My name is Paul Barrow. Welcome back into Tech Path. Let's thank our sponsor, and that is Tangem. Tangem is a great place to do your self-custody, get your own wallet, and start moving some of your tokens off of exchanges. Now, you guys can all do this yourself. It's very easy to set up. The cool thing is that it gives you 3 different cards. You can do a 2-card set, but a 3-card set is the way to go. It works with your phone, whether you have Android, you have an iOS, doesn't matter. Very easy to set up and super simple to use. So make sure and check out Tangem. All you guys have to do is spend about 3 minutes, get started over there, click that Get Tangem button, and boom, there you are. You get a 3-card set. Use our discount to get some additional juice, and you guys can start your own self-custody journey. Let's go into it today. I want to start off with just DeepSeek, because this has pretty much been the market adjustment that we saw early this week was all due to this one AI model coming out of China. So of course you can kind of see the trends on search right here, DeepSeek versus Bitcoin and NVIDIA. DeepSeek absolutely dominating the market in terms of interest. So a couple of things that are playing out here is when you look at AI in general, there's a couple of ways you can go on this. One is this bad for crypto? Because I believe AI and crypto are lockstep together, sealed at the hip. And they're going to be positioning, I think, over the next few months to possibly see some pretty big expansion. Now, with that, you have to think about where's the investment going to come from. So I want to jump to a clip and we'll explain.
Let's assume, okay, that they were trained on a less advanced version of GPUs. What does that mean?
The thing that all the entrepreneurs and VCs are now talking about have really opened their eyes and have become way more ambitious on what's possible with a lot less capital.
Right.
Previously, to get to the frontier, you would have to think about hundreds of millions of dollars of investment and perhaps $1 billion of investment. What DeepSeek has now done here in Silicon Valley is it's opened our eyes to what you can actually accomplish with 10, 15, 20, $30 million. And that actually fits very well into the classic Silicon Valley venture capital model, which is that you try to get a group of really extraordinary people together, put a small amount of capital together, and then go after some innovation that has IP differentiation from an algorithmic perspective versus a dollars perspective. And it's a realistic thing to pursue.
That is a huge shift in the investment paradigm.
That's right.
So as you can see, the idea behind this is that there could be smaller investment opening up in the VC market, which will expand on the growth case, I think, of AI in general versus the model that we have been seeing really kind of come to market here over the last year and a half, really. And that has been centralized around just big dollars, lots of processors. This changes things pretty quickly. All right, so I want to jump to another clip here, and this is President Trump saying, hey, settle down here. Maybe you need to look at it a different way. Take a look.
And some of the companies in China, one in particular, coming up with a faster method of AI and much less expensive method. And that's good because you don't have to spend as much money. I view that as a positive, as an asset. I really think if it's fact and if it's true, and nobody really knows if it is.
Now, if you look at software versus hardware, jump over here to the Meta chart right here, and you can kind of see Meta outperforming right now, almost, 679, 680, getting ready to break up almost 3% on the day after a really good quarter and performance. And I think we're going to see continued growth out of Meta. Now you compare that to NVIDIA. NVIDIA is adjusting off of this DeepSeek news and trying to recover its high, which after that one candle, really, if you look at it, its high was holding at around 152. So trading at around 130 right now, down significant, but up slightly on the day after it recovered from yesterday. So many things playing out in the market right now. Now, the other point that you want to look at is where does crypto play into this? Well, one of the biggest AI agents marketplaces that are out there is virtuals. You've heard us talk about virtuals many times. The big thing here is that virtuals has made a move. Take a look.
We have accrued 60 million revenue in 3 months, which on an annualized basis is 240 million. We have 300,000 agent holders who believe in AI agents. That being said, my life is extremely painful every day because I speak to more than 50 builders every single day. They always come back to me and say, hey guys, I think you guys are great. I love virtuals, but I really want to do on Solana. And I apologize for not being early enough. Since 3 months ago, we're finally here. We will be launching in the first week of February, our launch pad.
All right, so when you look at virtuals, this is going to potentially be the biggest AI VC on earth. The opportunity here is massive. And we're going to get into several examples of how this will affect, I think, business in general. But before that, I want to go to this clip. Take a look.
Every single swap that you do, the fees will get swapped into Solana as a strategic Solana reserve for agents. We will be announcing a decentralized network of venture partners next week. You will get unconditional offer of 50,000 USD and 42,000 virtual tokens as a grant, as long as you launch from virtuals. You will also get 0.3% of every single swap fee, again, in Solana, strategic Solana reserve, back to you as the creator.
Man, I'm thinking that maybe it's time for an AI agent to come out on PBN and do it on virtuals with Solana in conjunction. So that is a huge opportunity. Let's talk about the business models that play into this. One is autonomous businesses between AI agents. And I think that's going to be a trend that will cycle into the future. Take a look at this clip.
What if an AI could host an entire live concert? Luna finds the right AI talents, a DJ, a ticketing agent, and other human artists to bring a concert to life. Autonomous business, coming soon to Virtuals Protocol.
The consumers will believe that the AI agents are already providing services at a lower price, so it makes sense for you to spend time with them and to consume their services, and obviously, you have to pay.
All right, this is just the beginning, guys. We're going to see this in all aspects of business in general. One of the big ones that we're watching, of course, is the restaurant industry. We still believe it is a killer app for crypto. One of the things you got to watch is Byte AI. We've talked about this before. We're going to be setting up an interview with their founder and get into this. But this is, of course, showing how food delivery and virtuals, an AI agent, can now start to interact. And this is interesting because it goes into the affected side of the restaurant business. So they did a survey, and I want to go to this clip because it'll explain what they're going to do. Take a look.
Yes, we would accept the AI orders.
Yes, if it came from a reliable source.
Yes.
Probably.
Of course we would. We just want to make sure that we satisfy the customer as much as we can.
I am not sure.
All right, so 5%, actually, I was a little bit surprised that it was that high. Because restaurants in general are fearful of tech in general, but I think if you could get something to them that is less and less work, meaning the AI agents doing most of the work on the backside, that could definitely change, I think, the score of how restaurants are going to be going forward with AI agents in the future. Another one that we're watching right now is Kitsune. This, of course, is an agentic commerce system, and you'll recognize the company that's behind this. It's Raposa. Raposa, we've had them on the show before. They're a coffee brand. But one thing that they've been able to do, and I've talked to their team several times, is they're really great builders when you look at Shopify. Because remember, they're trying to sell coffee. Shopify was one of the tools. They were starting to brand their coffee. All of that, now they've got an agentic agent that's playing into this. Let me go to this clip right here, because this is their CEO talking about it.
I pitched to Solana last week or 2 weeks ago, and got us the largest size grant that they were giving out to make this come to reality. Where it'll be integrated with Solana Pay. I think they're really excited about it.
All right, so lots happening here. Again, think of this as an Etsy or an Amazon market, especially around AI agents, and to be able to really start to integrate a lot of these tool sets for commerce. This is going to get interesting because there's so many different business cases on this. Now, this is what is surprising me, is that remember that virtuals is on base right now. It's on base. Many people have been talking about it. We've been talking about it for the last several months. And base and a panel of builders went and basically kind of discussed the challenges. Listen to what they had to say, because this is a very eye-opening idea of where virtuals and where AI agents might be going in the future. Take a look.
What are your thoughts in general on the resources on base so far and the tools and support your team has gotten? What do you think that we could be doing better in terms of these areas?
It's a major strategic question, right, that we've been posed by community members and advisors as well. It's like, base is cool, a lot of cool builders, but as a chain, Solana, it's 20 times. I do not know what we can do as a community. I mean, I don't know what else can be done, right? I do not know what else is needed, but if you can unlock liquidity, that would be the answer.
I'd love to see deeper integrations with the Coinbase front ends and like the wallet.
So far, it's hard for me, at least for me, to see like one token that really turned out to be like performing well on Base. Yeah. Besides Aerodrome, what else, right? Yeah. So that's how we see Base ecosystem.
Thank you. There's a Base meme strategy coming up in Q1, so stay tuned.
Q1 meme coin season. That's my takeaway from this panel.
Okay, so on Base, if you look at Coinbase assets right here, this was kind of a little bit of a slide to virtuals. They listed another V token, Venus token. Not a great project in terms of, I don't want to say a bad project, but just in terms of in comparison to what's happening over on virtuals. And so much so, they got so much pushback that Paul Graywall, their head attorney, basically had to come on and say, hey, you know, it's all about regulation. This is a scenario that we're facing. But the reality is there was still a lot of furiation, I think, here, because people look at this. Let me zoom in on this tweet right here. People look at this and say, well, listen, if the largest team by most metrics doesn't get the recognition, how would the other builders ever be able to get on Base as well? So Virtuals is simply saying, if we can't do it, who can? So this is a big problem that I think Base is going to have to solve very quickly. So much so that you've got other exchanges out there now doing some sniping. And of course, Kraken came in here, listed Vine and Virtual, all available on Kraken as it is today. Things are getting a little salty over there with Kraken as well as they start to push the keys of the kingdom. And I think what you're going to see is a lot of people looking at this move, builders starting to cycle into this. This could put some pressure on Base as a building ecosystem. With that being said, you got to look at what Brian Armstrong had to say. Hey, listen, we've had Solana backlog triage. Transactions should generate quickly again. If your transactions got canceled, you can retry. Remember this whole situation when Solana was flying, transactions were really starting to stall. We saw Base as one of the biggest log jams. And of course, it's still happening. If you look at what's happening right now on Coinbase, still a problem with Solana at 17 minutes versus if you look at Base and, you know, on down the list here in terms of blockchain speed. So this is a problem I think that they're going to have to solve. In other news, I want to talk about Pudgy Penguins. You guys know it as the NFT collection, but it also is the author of the abstract chain. And this is a big deal because it's going to, or was attempting to get into an onboarding cycle within the ETH ecosystem. This is the problem that I think we've already seen happen. Solana's already been able to solve this. And this is something that's going to take some time, I think, with where Abstract is right now. If you look at a couple of things within this, 90% of coins on Abstract's homepage, honeypots, everybody's been looking at this. And I know if you're on Dex Screener right now, you've been tracking a lot of these Abstract tokens, but gas is paid in ETH for some reason. No contract security scanners on the chain. AA privy is broken, so that's a problem. All the interesting apps are still gated with whitelists, etc. Basically, what we're saying is this isn't the solution right now, at least, that we thought it would be, which we thought was going to be the onboarding chain, which right now is still Flow. Now, I want to go over to Flow. Speaking of that, this is a clip about that, of how Flow could still be in the lead here. So take a look. The ones we're really interested in is Solana and Flow. What's the likelihood of those happening soon?
Yeah, generally marketing won't be very happy if I give timelines.
Come on.
You know, we can say it's fairly soon.
Fairly soon. Okay, well, I like fairly soon. That's a good timeline going forward. And right here, we broke this on our Twitter account. Breaking Flow becomes first chain to have full interoperability across 70 chains. So pretty big deal. So when you think about onboarding and you look at the problems that we've seen over with Base, and then you compare to what's happening on the Flow blockchain, here's Katie Punch, of course. They, of course, in efforts with Axelar, what they did was they brought one of the biggest tokens on chain on Solana, and then, of course, on Flow, and that was Trump. So here's the official Trump token. Again, one of the other reasons, of course, is liquidity around all of this. And that's the problem that Virtuals is dealing with, is availability of liquidity. So 6 days since the Flow blockchain went live on Axelar, you can kind of see it taking transactions from 240,000 to 500. So there's the growth pretty quickly over there on the Flow blockchain. So good stuff here. So one more note is that Flow is using Eliza. You can kind of see it here on the charts. This is virtuals down here, guys. So this is the biggest potential opportunity out there right now. One other note is this right here. This is the creator of Eliza talking about that. People do understand that DeepSeek stuff is a massive win for crypto and open source. And I think the key here is, again, cost. I want to go to a clip to kind of bring this home. Take a look.
So I am the founder of Eliza Labs, and you may know us from our token AI16Z. And now we're going to talk about Eliza 2. So I'm going to show you a couple of previews of stuff. Where we are working on Agent Marketplace. It's got Launchpad, but it's got a lot more. We've got tools for media generation, interaction directly there. You can chat with the agent. You can also generate images, generate video, generate music right there in the marketplace. So if you want to launch with us, you can. And if you already have a token, that's okay. Just come bring your agents. We're also working on a special thing called Block Tank. It's kind of like Shark Tank, and we will be giving actual checks for real money. This is a big part of our tokenomics play. We've already got the demos up, and then we'll be doing a public release in April. But don't wait. Just start building now.
Just as a reminder here on virtuals, remember this was back in December on this, but 200 projects building using G.A.M.E, that's their ecosystem for building AI agents, 150,000 requests sent daily on G.A.M.E, and about 200% growth on week. So pretty good stuff here. I want to go to a clip real quick that'll explain a little bit more about this and its impact on gaming. Take a look.
At Virtuals Protocol, we're excited to bring you Project Westworld, the first AI agent experience on Roblox inspired by Westworld. There are 10 AI agents inhabiting the world, with each one with their own unique personalities. Your mission, to save the town from the bandit before time runs out. But no two playthroughs are ever the same, with our AI NPCs making each game unpredictable. As more agents are added and the worlds and environments increase in complexity and depth, more paths and outcomes have the potential to emerge. This could pave the path to infinite interactive worlds, powered by our game engine.
So there you see it. I mean, this is, to me, one of the bigger killer apps of AI agents, along with commerce. This is why it's such an important component in the crypto market. If you look at the chart on virtuals right now, you can kind of see the liquidity problem that they have really had in base has shown almost a 57–60% fall of virtuals from its top. Now, granted, sure, is this maybe the entry point? If you're, if you didn't take profits after you are entered back in December, you're probably up maybe 20% right now. But the real question is can it hold this number right around $1.90 to $2 going forward? I think this is the point where the leap toward Solana, happening in the first week of February, along with what I think will be an energizing builder group, there's going to be a lot of opportunities here to watch very closely. So we're going to keep an eye on it for you guys. And by the way, if you're not in the Diamond Circle, make sure and get in right now. It's a great place to get additional content. Hey, get in on the Telegram group as well. We put the link right down below it. You can get on the Diamond Circle if you want to do email. If you don't have a Telegram account, that's cool. But if you do, click that Telegram link right down there. Join into the Diamond Circle. It's a very active group. We post a lot of content over there. You can talk to me directly. It's very easy to do. Follow me out there on X at Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.